If Justin Trudeau had read even the basics of diplomacy, he would have known the consequences of messing with someone as influential as Bharat, that is India. Little did he know that meddling with a heavyweight like Bharat, also known as India, could bring repercussions of epic proportions. In his pursuit of global moral high ground, Trudeau might have bitten off more than he can chew, and now he's teetering on the brink of becoming a global pariah. Even the USA, Canada's neighbor and ally, seems to have distanced itself from Trudeau's diplomatic misadventures. An ex-Pentagon official boldly declared that if Americans had to choose between backing Trudeau or Modi's India, they'd opt for the elephant over the ant. Yes, you've heard it right. In this analogy, India is the elephant and Trudeau, well, he's the ant, who's not even that wily to give the elephant a run for his money. So dear friends, get ready for a roller coaster ride through the world of international relations wherein the mightiest politicians can stumble and where Trudeau's Lord of Humanism title might just turn into a lot of missteps. Former Pentagon heavyweight Michael Rubin has pulled no punches in his criticism of Canada's recent stance against India. He minced no words when he pointed out that Justin Trudeau's allegations have put Canada in greater danger than India. According to Rubin, if the United States were to choose between Ottawa and New Delhi, it's a no-brainer, they'd pick the latter. Why? Because the relationship with India is just too darn important. Rubin isn't just tossing out opinions. He's hitting us with cold, hard facts. He's quick to mention Trudeau's dwindling approval ratings and boldly predicts that the Canadian PM's days in the premiership are numbered. And when that day comes, Rubin assures us that the US can roll up its sleeves and get back to rebuilding the relationship. I suspect that the United States doesn't want to be painted into a corner forced to choose between two friends, Rubin remarks. But if we have to pick between two pals, India is our go-to on this matter. After all, Niger was a terrorist, and India's importance to us is off the charts. Our relationship with India is just too darn vital. And just when you thought the drama couldn't get any juicier, Rubin delivers the knockout punch saying, Justin Trudeau probably isn't long for the Canadian premiership. And then we can rebuild the relationship after he's gone. Ouch, Trudeau. That really hurts. In the world of international diplomacy, alliances can shift faster than you can say diplomatic row, and Trudeau's missteps might just have pushed Canada into that very uncomfortable corner. As Michael Rubin lays it out plain and simple, sometimes it's better to pick your battles wisely. But wait, there's more to this diplomatic showdown that meets the eye. Michael Rubin isn't just calling India an elephant for dramatic effect. He is highlighting its heavyweight status as the world's largest democracy. India isn't just any player in the international affairs, it's a strategic powerhouse, especially in the light of growing concerns regarding China and events in the Indian Ocean Basin and the Pacific. So when it boils down to choosing sides, the US isn't going to play eeny, meeny, miny, mo. They know where their bread is buttered, and that's with India. But it's not just a matter of preference, it's also a matter of capability. Even if the US wanted to help Canada in the stiff, as is their nature, they'd be facing off against India. And that's not a skirmish they're itching to enter. From being a global pushover to evolving into a formidable force in global politics, Bharat has indeed come a long way. Remember the time when India had played a little trick on American intelligence back in 1998 with the Pokhran tests? Or the times when we stirred up quite the commotion with our stance over the Russo-Ukraine clashes? We've given the Americans their fair share of sleepless nights. If America even thinks about messing with us right now, it's their reputation that's on the line, not ours. They're well aware of this fact, and that's why former Pentagon official Rubin isn't holding back in slamming Trudeau's stance. Rubin isn't mincing words either. He's making it clear that Hardeep Singh Nijjar, the Khalistani terrorist whose death Trudeau has been making a fuss about, isn't exactly the poster boy for human rights. Nijjar wasn't some Mother Teresa. He was involved in multiple attacks and even entered Canada with a fraudulent passport. Not exactly the kind of guy you'd invite to a tea party. India isn't just an elephant in the room, it's a diplomatic heavyweight with the power to make even the US think twice. In the world of global politics, it's not always about who's right, it's often about who's the bigger player. And in this case, Bharat holds a heavyweight title that's hard to ignore. Now, Rubin is not the lone wolf in this assessment. He's got company. They see what's going on and they've got no problem calling a spade a spade. Trudeau has taken things too far and it's not going unnoticed. Even some of Trudeau's closest allies have had enough of his diplomatic theatrics. Take David Eby, for example, who's the Premier of British Columbia and a key player in the Trudeau government. He's had enough, and he didn't mince words when he dropped the bombshell that Trudeau's allegations against India were based on open source materials. That's right, folks. It's stuff you could dig up with a simple Google search. Seriously, Trudeau? That was the best you could come up with. While Trudeau is busy stirring the pot, India is making some serious power moves on the global stage. We're talking about a country labeling a NATO country as a terror haven, standing up to the CCP, buying Russian oil like it's going out of style, watering down Western points for G20 statements, bankrupting Pakistan, flexing our muscles as a nuclear/space superpower, and becoming the world's largest polity. India is on a roll, and this is just the beginning.